Hello, my beautiful friends. Have you felt like the world we're living in feels less and less familiar by the day? Chaos is erupting everywhere, in politics, in society, and in systems that we once thought were stable. It sometimes feels like we are standing in the middle of a storm that just won't end. But the energy of October brings us something rare, an opportunity to find the calm at the center of that storm. It's time that we step into some stillness, gather our strength, and become crystal clear about the direction we want to walk in the future. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Saratoga Ocean. And for over 25 years, I've been working together with Archangel Michael to help thousands of people navigate the events on this planet so they can stay on a natural path of ascension. Today, I want to share with you why October is such a powerful month and how you can use its energy to stabilize yourself, harvest some wisdom, and prepare for what lies ahead in the rest of 2025. Now, we can all see that the chaos is not slowing down. In fact, it's intensifying. Systems are breaking down, and division between people is growing deeper by the day. Sometimes it feels like reality itself is unraveling. So many people feel ungrounded and anxious and uncertain about what's coming next. But here's the thing. October does not have to be just another month of surviving all of this. It can serve as a pause and a moment in the middle of the storm where you can take a breath and find your footing again. Think of it like standing in the eye of a hurricane. All around you, the winds are raging. But in the center, there is calm, clarity, and stillness. That's what October's energy is offering us, a chance to step into an inner center and reclaim our balance. And from that center, we can do something vitally important. We can gain clarity about our direction and find greater control over our experience. And we are going to need to feel in command of our lives, so we are well prepared for the unfolding insanity that we might be facing in the not too distant future. But before I explain how to do that, I want to let you know that this month I will be offering a free masterclass about the hidden secrets behind your spiritual awakening. I wanted to create this free class because I feel like a spiritual awakening is seriously underestimated in terms of its power in our individual lives. And we are going to need full access to that power. That way, no matter what happens here on Earth, you can discover some very profound resources that exist right within you and that so far no one is talking about. I want to make sure you know what those unique inner resources are and how to access them. And that's what I'm going to be teaching in this masterclass. This free class will be available for a short time starting on October 15th. You can sign up now to get free access by clicking the link that I will put in the description below. Okay, now let's go deeper into today's message about October. Look at the state of our world today. It seems like absolute insanity. We have an almost daily increase in violence, and oftentimes it feels like even our governments are completely out of control. In fact, here in the US, I think that our government is already in a civil war with itself. I sometimes wonder if we're not drifting towards anarchy. Whatever the case, things are incredibly unstable worldwide. So how can we use the energy of October to feel some relief and find our center again? I really like the analogy of the eye of the storm. It feels like we are living in the midst of a hurricane of political, social, and technological change. And it's just not healthy for us to feel continuously buffeted about by these unrelenting winds of change. That will just throw you into a state of personal confusion, survival, and unconsciousness. Plus, the energy of all this will just wear you out with exhaustion. And by the way, how is all of this chaos affecting you guys? Are you tired of it? Or are you not paying any attention to it? How does the collective energy feel to you right now? Share your thoughts with me in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys are going through. So now let us look at the energetic nature of October to find some welcomed relief. Let's take a step back and let nature inspire us again. And I want to remind you of something else. It probably seems like our human realm is the strongest thing happening on this planet. And that can feel pretty intimidating given how insane this human realm currently is. But we humans are very tiny compared to the Earth and all of her cosmic influences. And that's why I want to invite you to tune into nature to get a sense of October as a beautiful relief. In the Northern Hemisphere, October is a month of harvest and preparation. And in the Southern Hemisphere, this month signals the emerging new life of spring. If we put both of those things together on a planetary level, this month can be about harvesting wisdom from what we've learned and creating a new and better life ahead. Now, September was a bridge month, along with 2 major eclipses and the equinox. So that brought a lot of change and hopefully a lot of insights. September shook a lot of things up, and now we are at the point where whatever we've learned is ready to settle. We are ready to settle on a more definitive path going forward. So as we enter October, let's take a lesson from nature. This is a time to harvest a deeper sense of wisdom from within our authentic selves. It's a time to anchor in a foundation of a higher vision and purpose in our lives. Let's talk about the eye of the storm. This hurricane of human unpredictability is not going to change. It could temporarily subside, or it could intensify without warning. Overall, we are in the midst of a war over who controls our planet. The most important thing, you guys, is that we do not allow ourselves to be damaged by everything going on in the world. We need to rise to a new level of functioning as the intelligent creators that we naturally are. Now, one of the beautiful things about October is that it is a deeply creative and spiritual time of the year. October invites us to step away from the chaos and renew our inner touchstone of peace. So I want you to think about the fact that in nature, no matter how intense the hurricane, the center is always totally calm and clear. And that image is a perfect metaphor for how we can best benefit from the energy of October. We carry that calm, clear center right within us. So if we take some time this month to strengthen and protect our center, we never have to be thrown off by the craziness erupting all around us. Let's tune into the spirit of October to help us do that. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we see the trees begin to celebrate the year gone by releasing all of their leaves in a beautiful, warm array of color, just dancing in the wind. This is how they leave the past behind so they can create space for new life in the spring. And in the Southern Hemisphere, we see the inspiring results of letting go of last year's energy as we witness the miracle of new growth with plenty of room to expand. So let's begin October with the spirit of letting go. You don't have to layer your future on top of many years past. You can actually just let the past stay in the past. And now you have some breathing room. You have room to adapt to the current moment and design a new path going forward. But before we think about that new path, let's strengthen our sense of an inner sanctuary. Let's strengthen our ability to find peace when we need it the most. So because October is a warm, creative, inspiring month, I want to encourage you to think about how you can create a physical environment that brings you peace and a feeling of calm. Make that your sanctuary. Think of it as a place where you can restore balance to your nervous system whenever you need it. You could bring that energy to your entire home, or you could just find a quiet corner where you create a space to sit and just breathe. It's important that you give your body a message that this place is safe, so you have a physical way to calm your energy down when things get stressful. The next thing we need to do is to be intentional with our precious lives. Have you ever watched wild animals prepare for the winter? They are extremely intentional. They do not second guess themselves, and they do not worry about what others might think. They instinctively know that preparation is necessary for their survival. You won't see a flock of birds arguing about whether or not they should leave for the winter or where they should go. You won't see squirrels laying around in the sun because they just don't feel like storing any food this year. We have so lost our way as humans when it comes to the natural earth. We usually don't like preparing for anything unless it's something deemed by the authorities who mostly despise us. You only have to look at what happened in 2020 and the ensuing couple of years after that to realize how much they hate us. So October is a great month to find your center, find your power, and commit to how you want to live from this point going forward. We talk a lot about sovereignty, and now is the time to find sovereignty in our own lives. So, are you ready to get intentional about your experience of life? If so, give this video a like to signal your statement of personal command. So October is not about waiting passively for the storm to pass. It's about choosing to step into the calm center and live from that place. When you do this, you harvest wisdom from the past, you find clarity about your direction, and you strengthen your nervous system with sanctuary and peace. Plus, you align with higher timelines of sovereignty, stability, and conscious evolution. In this way, you go beyond just surviving the chaos. You prepare yourself for the rest of 2025 with resilience, with clarity, and with inspiration. So, my friends, as we move through October, ask yourself these simple questions. Where is my calm center? What wisdom am I harvesting from the past months? What direction do I choose to set for myself now? And make sure you create that inner sanctuary for your soul. Protect it. Let it be the place that keeps you grounded and secure as the world continues to change. And remember to sign up for my free masterclass about the hidden secrets behind your spiritual awakening. The link is in the description below. If you found this message helpful, give it a thumbs up and share this video with someone who you feel could use some peace right now. And be sure to subscribe if you would like more guidance on how to stay strong and clear in difficult times like these. And with that, I'm sending you all so much love, light, and high vibrational energy. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste.